Okay, given that I've found some space to record, I'm going to just go through a little bit of emotional freedom technique, do a bit of tapping on whatever issues current for me. And the issues that are current for me at the moment are increasing my commission at work. So it's a telesales job that I do, telemarketing, appointment setting, and I work through the resistance to making appointments on a fairly regular basis. So this is an emotional freedom technique version of what I do with that. So it might help people along the way. You never know. If you're in telesales, if you're working in a call center, then this might help you to increase your potential for hitting your targets and potential for hitting your commission. So we'll start with feeling into the resistance. So is the resistance coming from fear? Is it coming from guilt? Is it coming from self-pity, lack of self-worth, feeling like a victim? All of those types of things will get in the way of expressing your own self-worth. So they need to be cleared up. So what I do, generally speaking, is I only use the karate chop point at work because I can do that and it's subtle. Nobody really needs to see what I'm doing, and I do it in my head at work, but I'm going to talk through it just for the purposes of video and audio. Alright, so and I've got to hold the video, so I can't actually do the tapping, but I'll talk through it. And you start with the karate chop point, which is I use my left. I tap the point with my right hand, and I use the point on the inside of my left hand at the karate chop point. So even though I'm feeling guilty about making appointments, I'm feeling frightened about making appointments, I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling resistance. It's mostly about resistance, and it could be any one of those things that I've named. So even though I'm feeling this resistance, I wholly and completely love, honour and respect myself. Even though the resistance is there and I feel it, and it's slowing me down, it's stopping me from moving forward sometimes, even though I feel this resistance, I wholly and completely love, honour and respect myself. And I'll continue to tap until it feels like I've let go of something. It's difficult to know how to tell. Sometimes it's just as simple as an internal dialogue that says, am I complete? Have I finished doing what I need to do now? Usually it's only a couple of minutes, for me at least, at work. And then what often happens is I find that I make an appointment a few minutes or half an hour later. Or the other thing that I do is I've got an assumption built in that I will make an appointment in the first hour and a half that I'm at work. So I'm going in on a morning knowing that by the time we get to lunchtime, I'll start at 11 o'clock. By the time we get to the first break, which is 12:30, I will have made an appointment. And I do that every day. So that assumption is there underneath the releasing resistance. So if you don't have that assumption in, find an equivalent assumption that will work for you in the job that you're doing. Okay, I think that's enough for now.